suppose I better tag along.
This is so exciting!
What's that? Where exactly are we? And why is it full of monsters? You'll be travelers, will you?
It's up to us to fight for our village's future.
We might find a clue to help get us back home.
We're finally going to unlock the world's mysteries!
Back into the core of the volcano? There's lots more to discover, but that's for another day, my friend.
のある種族の中でたった一人羽のない。
本当だ、羽がない。これがもしかしたらキーですね。他にも街は散策できるのかしら。
そうですね。軽くカメラを下ろして降りつつ、ちょっと
うわ
いただくとこんな感じで。
ー、うわー、川がある。
そうなんですよ。谷の間に橋が架けられてて、この辺の景色結構綺麗ですよね。
すっごく綺麗。
風が吹いてるのもわかります。
これが西風たるゆえです。
さすが、もう本当旅に出てるわ。私が、うわ、畑もすごくリアル。
お茶とか育ててますね。
うわー、こんにちは。入り口も入っていいのかな。
そうですね。
でちょっとこう変えて、
ちょっとダンジョンでも行ってみますか。
ダンジョンに
マップの X を押していただいて、R1 を押していただいて、国運の迷路に、カーソルを移動して、
まさかこれで
そうなんです。今回過去シナリオにおいてもルーラーができるように調整してます。
あら、便利。
嘘。
オリジナル版の方結構ルーラーで苦労した方もテンポよくプレイできると思います。
うわー、もう早速じゃあダンジョンに入れるんですね。
チャレンジしていただいて大丈夫です。
入っちゃった。
今回この国運の迷路というダンジョンを攻略していただこうかなというふうに思いますので、どんどん奥の方に進んでいただいても大丈夫です。
はい。なんかでもマップとかも見えて、宝箱がある場所もわかるんですね。
確かに右上に宝箱があるので、色の右側の石板、
緑の右側、お、なんかピンが出たので、
ボタンを
決定。
行ってみましょう。
セールの谷行きます。
はい、
うわー、光に包まれて、
うわ
ーい、直してきたの。めっちゃ綺麗。嘘。なんかモンスターとかいっぱいいるぞ。まっすぐ行ってみようかな。
Small Island Kingdom?
I know I want to find out.
After discovering the Shrine of Mysteries, you and your two childhood cronies are swept back in time, where you uncover the shocking truth that not everywhere is wonderfully peaceful. Uh-oh. Entire lands have been sealed away by a malevolent force. The fate of the world now rests in your hands. There's more to the world than this island, and you're going to prove it.
This is so exciting!
There are these tablets, strange artifacts with mysterious powers that have been broken up and scattered across the land. But finding them is only the start of the adventure.
Here I come!
They seem to take us back to worlds of the past. These lands are riddled with evils you can't possibly imagine.
Just shut up, Booyah.
But there are plenty of good folk worth saving here.
Oh!
So let's knuckle
It all began with a spark of curiosity. Guided by a mysterious tablet, a group of young heroes embark on a journey to reclaim a lost world. As they venture into the unknown, they'll encounter mighty foes and a myriad of twists and trials. What awaits them beyond it all?
Dragon Quest VII Reimagined is an upcoming single-player fantasy role-playing game developed by Square Enix in collaboration with Hexadrive Inc. and published by Square Enix as a ground-up modern remake of the classic Dragon Quest VII Fragments of the Forgotten Past, slated to launch on February 5th, 2026, for Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam, with a digital deluxe edition on Steam granting 48 hours of early access starting February 3rd, and it reintroduces one of the series' largest, most episodic adventures as a time-spanning restoration quest that begins on the peaceful island kingdom of Estard, where the hero, a young fisherman's son, and his childhood friends discover the Shrine of Mysteries, a thrust into the distant past, and uncover that entire lands have been sealed away by a malevolent force, sending the party on a long-form journey that repeatedly jumps between past and present to free lost regions, resolve the tragedies of places that shouldn't exist, and gradually rebuild a world that has been literally erased. Visually, Reimagined pivots away from the older game's proportions and the 3DS remake's presentation by adopting a handcrafted diorama look that emphasizes miniature-like depth, dramatic lighting, and dense environmental detail, while retaining the franchise's whimsical monster design identity and balancing cozy storybook charm with the darker, often heartbreaking vignettes that defined the original structure. The remake's headline design goal is also accessibility and momentum, with Square Enix describing a streamlined story flow and modern quality of life upgrades aimed at reducing friction in an adventure historically known for its enormous length and deliberate pacing. The underlying battle system remains classic turn-based party combat, but it is advertised as substantially refreshed for more dynamic pacing and tactical expression. Enemies are visible in the field instead of relying solely on traditional random encounters. Battle speed and automation options are expanded, including tactics/auto battle style controls and fast forwarding. And the game introduces new combat hooks intended to add spikes of excitement and player agency beyond selecting commands, such as a let loose style ability that can be triggered when characters become sufficiently worked up in combat. Character growth continues to revolve around Dragon Quest's vocation, job/class framework, but Reimagined's major mechanical addition is a dual vocation feature commonly described as moonlighting/moonlight, which allows a character to equip and benefit from two vocations at once, enabling hybrid builds, for example mixing support magic with frontline damage rolls, and creating a broader set of viable party compositions without forcing players to abandon favourite toolkits. Vocations are also described as deeper and more distinctive through vocational perks, and the remake adds at least one notable new vocation, Monster Master, whose showcased perk, Positive Reinforcement, can summon powerful monsters to assault enemies, reinforcing the series' long-running theme of monsters as both foes and playful companions, even when the game isn't a full monster-collecting spin-off. Outside combat, the remake is positioned as an exploration and discovery-heavy RPG, driven by the loop of uncovering fragments of a world that has been locked away, travelling to newly restored lands, and working through localised story arcs that often play like self-contained dramas with their own cultures, conflicts, and moral stakes. Now you can enjoy a few screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy!
う